Joe Biden was born on 20 November 1942 to Catherine Eugenia Jean Biden and Joseph Robinette Biden Sr. at St. Mary's Hospital in Scranton, Pennsylvania. His father was initially wealthy but fell into economic decline around the time Biden was born. At school, Biden was class president in his junior as well as senior years. In 1965, he earned a BA degree with a double major in history and political science, and a minor in English. In his early years, Biden used to stammer, which he gradually improved by reciting poetry before a mirror. In the year 1968, Biden earned a Juris Doctor from Syracuse University College of Law and got admitted to Delaware Bar in 1969. Joe Biden received student draft deferments at school but was later classified unavailable for military service due to asthma. In 1968, Biden served as a clerk at a Wilmington law firm headed by prominent local Republican William Prickett, where he thought himself as a Republican, and disliked incumbent Democratic Delaware Governor Charles L. Terry. He rather supported liberal Republican, Russell W. Peterson. In 1969, he started practicing law as a public defender and then at a firm headed by a locally active Democrat, where he subsequently registered as a Democrat. In 1970, he ran for the 4th District seat on the New Castle County Council on a liberal platform. He won the general election and took office on 5 January 1971 and served till 1 January 1973. He was succeeded by Democrat Francis R. Swift. In 1972, he defeated Republican incumbent Caleb Boggs to become the junior U.S. Senator from Delaware. He had no chance of winning as his campaign had almost no money and was the only Democrat to challenge Republican incumbent J. Caleb Boggs. His family members campaigned for him, meeting the voters face-to-face and distributing papers. In a 1974 interview, he described himself as liberal on civil rights and liberties, senior citizens' concerns and health care, but conservative on other issues, including abortion and the military conscription. In 1981, he became ranking minority member of the Senate Judiciary Committee. In the year 1984, Biden was a Democratic floor manager of the controversial Comprehensive Crime Control Act, which included federal assault weapons ban and the Violence Against Women Act. In 2019, Biden cited his role in passing the said bill as a big mistake. In 1993, Biden voted in favor of banning gays from serving in the armed forces, and in 1996, in favor of Defense of Marriage Act. The act prohibited the federal government from recognizing same-sex marriages. In the Obergefell v. Hodge case, the act was ruled unconstitutional in 2015. On 9 June 1987, he declared his candidacy for the 1988 Democratic presidential nomination. However, after his false or exaggerated claims over his early life, Biden withdrew from the race on 23 September 1987. From 1987 to 1995, Biden chaired the Senate Committee on the Judiciary, and from 1981 to 1987 and from 1995 to 1997, he was ranking minority member. In 1997, he became a ranking minority member of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee. From 2001 to 2003 and from 2007 to 2009, he chaired the said committee. Joe Biden was elected to the Senate in 1972 and was re-elected in 1978, 1984, 1990, 1996, 2002, and 2008, becoming the 18th longest-serving senator in the U.S. history as of 2020. Biden chose not to run for U.S. presidential elections in 1992 and 2004. In January 2007, he declared his candidacy in the 2008 presidential election. However, on 3 January 2008, he withdrew from the race. After his withdrawal, Obama requested Biden for the vice presidential post in his administration, which was initially turned down by Biden. However, after conducting secret meetings with Biden, Obama announced Joe Biden as his running mate. In October 2010, Obama requested Biden as his running mate for the 2012 presidential election. However, on the basis of secret polling conducted by White House Chief of Staff William M. Daley, there were plans to replace Biden on the ticket with Hillary Clinton. On 6 November 2012, both Barack Obama and Joe Biden were announced as the President and Vice President of the U.S. respectively. On the 21st of October 2015, Biden announced not to run for 2016 presidential election. On the 25th of April 2019, Joe Biden launched his campaign for 2020 presidential election, and on the 11th of August 2020, he announced U.S. Senator Kamala Harris of California as his running mate. She is the first African American and South Asian American vice presidential nominee on a major party ticket. Biden has been characterized as a moderate Democrat and a centrist. However, in recent times he has been characterized as shifting farther to the left. He has a lifetime liberal 72% score from the Americans for Democratic Action through 2004, while the American Conservative Union gave him a lifetime conservative rating of 13% through 2008. Biden supported the fiscal stimulus in the American Recovery and Reinvestment Act of 2009, the Obama administration's proposed increased infrastructure spending, mass transit, including Amtrak, bus, and subway subsidies, and the reduced military spending in the Obama administration's fiscal year 2014 budget. He has proposed partially reversing the corporate tax cuts of the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act of 2017, saying that doing so would not hurt businesses' ability to hire. He voted for the North American Free Trade Agreement (NAFTA) and the Trans-Pacific Partnership. Biden is a staunch supporter of the Affordable Care Act (ACA). He has promoted a plan to expand and build upon it, paid for by revenue gained from reversing some Trump administration tax cuts. Biden's plan is to create a public option for health insurance, with the aim of expanding health insurance coverage to 97% of Americans. Biden has supported reproductive rights, same-sex marriage, the Roe v. Wade decision, and since 2019 has supported repealing the Hyde Amendment. He opposes drilling for oil in the Arctic National Wildlife Refuge and supports governmental funding to find new energy sources. He believes action must be taken on global warming. He co-sponsored the sense of the Senate resolution calling on the United States to take part in the United Nations climate negotiations and the Boxer-Sanders Global Warming Pollution Reduction Act, the most stringent climate bill in the United States Senate. He wants to achieve a carbon-free power sector in the U.S. by 2035 and stop emissions completely by 2050. His program includes re-entering the Paris Agreement, nature conservation, and green building. Biden wants to pressure China and other countries to cut greenhouse gas emissions, by carbon tariffs if necessary. As a senator, he forged deep relationships with police groups and was a chief proponent of a police officers' Bill of Rights measure that police unions supported but police chiefs opposed. As vice president, he served as a White House liaison to police. Biden has said he is against regime change, but for providing non-military support to opposition movements. He opposed direct U.S. intervention in Libya, voted against U.S. participation in the Gulf War, voted in favor of the Iraq War, and supports a two-state solution in the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. Biden has pledged to end U.S. support for the Saudi Arabian-led intervention in Yemen and to re-evaluate the relationship with Saudi Arabia. He has called North Korea a paper tiger. As vice president, Biden supported Obama's Cuban thaw. He has said that, as president, he would restore U.S. membership in key United Nations bodies, such as UN Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization, UNESCO, the World Health Organization, and possibly the Human Rights Council. Biden pledged, if elected, to sanction and commercially restrict Chinese government officials and entities who carry out repression. Biden supports extending the New START arms control treaty with Russia to limit the number of nuclear weapons deployed by both sides. In November 2020, Biden was elected as the 46th president and his running mate Kamala Harris as the vice president of the United States, defeating the incumbent Donald Trump and Mike Pence. With this, he became the first candidate to defeat a sitting president since Bill Clinton, who defeated George H.W. Bush in 1992. He is also the second non-incumbent vice president, after Richard Nixon in 1968, to be elected president. On December 10, 2020, Biden and Harris were jointly named Time Person of the Year. On January 20, 2021, Biden was inaugurated as the 46th President of the United States. He became the oldest sitting president, the first president from Delaware, and the second Catholic president.